Hi there, my name is Kenita Scripsma and I'm the founder and CEO of SEMA Global Consulting. Today I would like you to think about being directionally challenged. I am directionally challenged, but more specifically, I would like you to think about this question. Where are you going? And, so that's two questions, how are you motivated? Are you motivated by the destination or are you motivated by the journey? Are you invested in the journey or are you invested in focusing on the goal? Are you directionally challenged? Do you know what direction you're facing? Are you facing your goals? Are you facing forward on your journey? Are you willing to do what's next? Or are you stuck? Are you feeling like you don't have the proper resources? Are there a lot of questions in your process? Well, these are all great things to think about, and they are all part of being on this journey towards achieving our goals. We are currently in the process, SEMA Global Consulting is in the process of relocating to another country so that we can live there and volunteer in some humanitarian opportunities that we have in front of us. And so in this process of transitioning to another country, there is a goal. The goal is to live in that country. The journey, on the other hand, has been very challenging, very disappointing in some ways, and yet thrilling beyond belief in other ways. And it's allowed an opportunity for us to meet some incredible people on the journey, but it's also given us some speed bumps along the way. And so we have been, we've had to just kind of really consider, are we about the end game, which is moving there, or are we about this journey and learning and growing? So you can see why I felt a little bit directionally challenged. And yet the distance between feeling the challenge and actually doing something about it is getting shorter. So I just want to encourage you that keep your eye on something and do the work in the process, but bear in mind it is a process, and bear in mind that there will be bumps along the way and you will feel challenged in your direction. Or will you? If your goal is to get to a certain place, you need to do whatever it takes to get there. However, you also need to do whatever it takes to learn the process, because what if this particular transition isn't about the end game, but it's about the process, right? Again, I'm more about the journey than I'm about the destination, and yet the destination kind of helps me appreciate the process. So where are you going? Are you thinking about where you're going? Are you just aimlessly going through life without any direction or sense of goals or sense of achievement? I shared a little bit about my story, and I would love to connect with you to hear a little bit about yours and what might that look like in your journey. So thinking about the destination or the journey challenges us to think about the positive things that are happening, but then the speed bumps that slow us down. Do those speed bumps distract you from your goal, from your direction that you're going in? Or do they just slow the process down? What's your perspective? My perspective has been that those speed bumps have just slowed us down a little bit, given COVID, immigration stuff that we've had to work through, looking at team members to come on board with us to do this work. And so just thinking about what are those speed bumps and how will you receive your speed bumps? Do they completely derail you from your dream and from your direction? Or do they help you just slow the process down, think through what you need to do, and keep going, or change the track? So when we think about driving, here's my example behind the steering wheel. When we think about driving, we also think about distracted driving, right? So when we're driving, we're eating, we're on the phone. Hopefully we're not, don't tell anybody. And I'm not for texting while driving, but think about that as a form of distracted driving, right? Maybe changing the radio station or changing the heat level in the car. Those are some things that will distract us, getting a phone call. So when we think about a journey towards our destination, towards our goals, what are some things that distract you in that process? For me, I've been discovering that certain people and certain messages are distracting me from staying focused. I've also learned that certain behaviors, if I don't get the proper rest that I need and the proper nutrition and exercise, then I'm very distracted from achieving what it is that I want to achieve. As a coach, that is really important that I maintain my own health emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, so that I can output to my clients as effectively as I can. So I need you to think about what are some things that are distracting you from your goal today. And be encouraged that you're not alone in this. We all face it, whether we're coaching clients or we're living our own stories, or we're running a business or we're in a family, wherever that looks like in your story. I just really want to encourage you to do a deep dive into your story and look at the things that are distracting you from driving in the direction of the goals that you have set out for you, and be okay if the goals change. If the destination changes, but the work towards the destination should continue to develop you from the inside out. Be encouraged. Take advantage of learning what motivates you and what steals your motivation towards your goals. Those are the things that distract us, the things that steal from us. They steal time, they steal energy, they steal passion, whatever it be, whether it's people, whether it's things, whether it's situations. 2020 has been full of distractions. COVID has handed us a list of distractions and speed bumps that none of us could have ever imagined, especially those of us that had a 5-year plan. Here we are 5 years later being challenged, and so directionally challenged. Don't go the journey by yourself. Surround yourself with people who get it. Surround yourself with people that will fill your tanks, that will encourage you, empower you, and give you the fuel that you need so that you can now achieve the goals that you set out to do, and that you feel more empowered and equipped. I'm here for you. If you want to chat, let's connect, and perhaps I can offer some encouragement while you are feeling directionally challenged.